After King Von wound up losing his life so suddenly, a lot of people were asking questions. But unusually, in this case, it wouldn't take long until they were answered, because the surveillance footage of Von's death leaked near immediately after the incident, and internet detectives on social media were quickly able to identify Lil Tim as the shooter, all based on the grey hoodie that he was wearing in both the shooting footage and in social media clips from earlier that day at the music video shoot. And a very small group of people who were highly knowledgeable about Savannah street history and Lil Tim's past would begin posting about the situation, with claims circulating around this time that at this point Lil Tim had already killed 4 people in the streets, with King Von making it a total of 5 bodies. Whether or not this is definitively true, I cannot say, but one thing that is clear is that from the footage, we can see that Lil Tim was extremely calm and calculated in this chaotic situation. Perhaps this is the result of having been a hardened veteran of numerous street shootouts. I actually saw one comment on the footage that I thought was very telling. It says, "Only he knows what he's done, but you can tell from the video that the Von shooting wasn't his first rodeo. He was cool and composed, coming from the other side of the car, whilst all the other dudes were running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They were all uncoordinated trying to get licks in on Quando, and the whole time Tim was in the back lurking, just trying to get close enough for a kill shot. This shows me that he has been there. He held his head when others around him lost theirs. Textbook example of why you can't take anyone lightly. You would think some Southside Chicago dudes in their late 20s and early 30s would be the ones who move like veterans in that situation, but instead, it's a kid from Seaport who couldn't even legally drink 2 years ago. And if Von's people knew it was smoke like that, they should have been on that man like glue. He was the golden goose. He was going to set them all up for life. They should have been watching his every move like a hawk. Nobody should have been able to get close enough to Von to even cuss him out, let alone fight him, and damn sure not actually kill him. You're going to tell me your homeboy had the potential to put you and all your kin in a different tax bracket, and you let that opportunity slip away? Where do they do that at? That man wouldn't have even caught a splinter around me. I would have been on bro like a shadow. The dudes dropped the ball for real. There ain't no excuses for that. And I ain't saying they're not killers, but they damn sure didn't keep their wits about them in that Von situation. The goal is to keep the golden goose safe, and they did the exact opposite. Regardless of your opinions on the chaotic situation where Von lost his life, the world now knew that Lil Tim was the man who had taken the life of Chicago's most buzzing rapper and one of the city's most infamous killers. And soon, people would be commenting on Lil Tim's Instagram saying that he's a dead man, and tagging Lil Durk saying that this is the guy who killed Von, with people reacting to the accusations on Twitter and telling people to delete the tweets pinning the crime on Tim, going as far as to call people the police for circulating Lil Tim's social media profiles. However, some people close to Tim and Quando would actually encourage people to look closer at their street credentials. For example, Lil Pab would tell fans looking into Lil Tim to Google their gang OTM and see how real they are, even going on to tweet support for Tim, saying that if your homie is getting jumped and you don't do anything, you're a bitch, with Pab even talking down on Von for getting killed trying to get a viral moment by trying to fight Quando, tweeting that Tim is going to beat the body because he had every right to shoot Von, and saying that everybody dissing Tim right now is not safe on their block, with Pav even going on to say that you don't have to be a thug to get killed because people get killed daily for doing dumb shit, and then tweeting suggesting that he was smoking on Von, and tweeting Free Leaky and Lil Tim, even going on to tweet that he can't wait to hear Lil Tim's version of Crazy Story. Crazy Story being the title of one of the most famous songs that King Von dropped in his career. This was essentially the song that made Von a star, but Lil Pab wasn't the only one disrespecting King Von after his death. Other OTM members would seemingly take to social media saying that they have millionaire smoke, dissing King Von and O-Block, the block in Chicago that he comes from, and the gang of the same name.
But we got new smoke. But we got new smoke. What you play with those I don't like. 2 big doses for the night. But step by the foot of white. I never told them that I like it. But I'm open.
Numerous people affiliated with 33rd Street would go on to post on social media disrespecting Von, but this was far from a one-sided conflict. In the immediate aftermath, friends and affiliates of King Von from Chicago would respond on social media, particularly 600 Breezy, who would make posts on social media suggesting that he was headed to NBA Youngboy's hometown of Baton Rouge with his steppers. A few days later, on November the 12th, 600 Breezy would mock Quando Rondo, saying that that first punch that Von hit him with was like a punch from the heavyweight boxing legend Mike Tyson. A lot of people would give their 2 cents on the situation, but 600 Breezy would end up being one of the most outspoken people on this situation as time went on. But eventually, people would finally hear directly from the person at the center of the whole altercation, because just 2 weeks after the killing, on the 20th of November 2020, Quando Rondo would cause a stir when he was spotted commenting #FreeLilTim in front of 1.5 million people watching the Gucci Mane vs Young Jeezy versus battle. And this was an event notable for a jaw-dropping moment when Gucci Mane says that he is smoking on Pookie Loke, a friend of Young Jeezy Yeezys who Gucci Mane apparently killed in a self-defense shooting during a failed robbery. A situation not entirely dissimilar to what happened with Von trying to jump Quando and getting killed himself in the process. Perhaps Quando's comment at this very relevant moment was intended as marketing, because the very same day that this happened, Quando Rondo would come out and release a new song titled End of Story, the title seemingly being a reference to King Von's Crazy Story series of storytelling songs, with Quando's song End of Story essentially being a disrespectful title, flipping the name of Von's song Crazy Story and saying that he ended King Von's story. Combine that with the fact that the cover art for the song was a picture of Quando and Lil Tim taken on the set of that music video shoot that took place just before Von was killed. And in the song End of Story, Quando explains his side of the incident, expressing frustration about Lil Tim being judged for opening fire and saying that other people's friends would have left them behind and not have defended him like Lil Tim did. Quando would rap that if the shoe was on the other foot, and if it was Quando who got killed by one of Von's shooters, the fans would have probably been celebrating, with Quando rapping outright that his man Lil Tim did nothing wrong, and if your friends wouldn't do the same for you, you shouldn't have them around you. But Quando would go even further than just giving his side of the story. He would drop lyrics that seemed to be a direct sign of disrespect to Von and his entourage from O-Block, essentially dissing Von and his friends, saying blood on your brother on the ground, go and pick your mans up, and rapping that him and Tim are claiming self-defense and that Von should have never put his hands on Quando. Quando would claim that this situation had now led to a $1 million bounty being put on his head, with Quando taunting his new ops from Chicago, saying, "Is that all you got? Why not make it 8 million?" Now, this might sound like a light-hearted lyric, but make no mistake, King Von and his close label mate Lil Durk, by their own statements, are surrounded by killers and murderers. And Lil Durk's one of the richest rappers in the game, so an alleged $1 million bounty from this particular group of gang-affiliated Chicago drill rappers is nothing to be trifled with. Only days after Von's death, rumor would circulate that Lil Durk had bought all of the tickets for Quando's next show set for the 28th of November in Georgia. The show would be cancelled, and the venue, Shockflow Entertainment Center, would soon let fans know that the cancellation was a direct result of Quando's legal situation. In fact, the very day that Quando released his song End of Story, 600 Breezy would take to his IG story to tell Quando to stop cancelling shows and daring him to perform that song End of Story live. But despite the heat in the streets and the music industry, it seemed that Quando and his camp weren't planning to put any respect on Von's name. On November the 24th, Quando posts a cryptic tweet on the situation, saying simply, "We gon' see." But Quando wasn't the only one using music to prod his rivals, because a week after End of Story dropped, King Von's close friend and former mentor Lil Durk would tease a new song. On November the 27th, 2020, a snippet of Lil Durk's upcoming song, Hellcats and Trackhawks, circulates online, with lyrics suggesting that him and his crew are looking for Quando at his shows, perhaps a reference to the rumor that Lil Durk had bought all the tickets to Quando's recent booking. Now, that track, Hellcats and Trackhawks, would later release in full, and it came along with more lyrics where Lil Durk seemed to suggest that they were trying to catch Lil Tim and Blast, as well as a line directed towards Quando or Youngboy saying that they're not feeling your favorite rapper. Then, a day after the snippet releases, on the 28th of November, when that original Quando Rondo show was due to take place, it would be revealed that the mayor of Macon, Georgia, had cancelled Quando's scheduled performance, something that would be confirmed in a tweet from Lil Pab. And Lil Pab would go on to diss King Von on Twitter following the news of the show's cancellation, expressing frustration about all of the hate that Quando is getting on social media, with Pab saying that because the show got cancelled, people were calling Quando scared, but Von is the one who is dead. Quando himself would go live to address the situation at a gas station in a menacing clip where he claimed to have his whole team of Jump Out Gang and Rollin' 60s Crip members armed and ready to catch another body.
Now, and the police done cancel the show, cuz. That shit got me blowed. Cause we been ready. On 6-0, we been ready to put another, under, on hood, cuz. Hey, jump out, shake. 30 clip on me, jump out, shake. Man, that got me blowed, cuz. Oh, God, I already knew what was going on with you. Man, that got me blown, cuz. Hey. Man, whoa. Cuz the police done cancel the show, dog. Hey, y'all boys, come right here.
Man, no bitch ass need to stop posting so we can do a show. That bitch ass. Come out that whole ass police, cuz. For real, we ain't fucking no smoke.
Man, that got me blown, cuz. On crap, cuz. Damn, I had them hitters with me. Couldn't wait. Couldn't wait. Jump out black. Couldn't wait. Neighborhood, cuz. Bitch, you talking about I ain't gonna make no money, bitch? I'm already rich. You tripping. Love you, baby, bro. Hey, boy, let me on the iPhone charger. We been big and ready.
In response to this, 600 Breezy would laugh at Quando on Instagram for having his show cancelled again, and calling him a hoe on Twitter. In response to this, Lil Pab would clap back with more tweets on the topic later that day, saying that people in their city that used to love the crew from 33rd Street have turned on them for killing their favourite rapper, and seemingly addressing 600 Breezy directly, saying F your dead friend, and that he's going to spit on his ops when he sees them in real life. Then, the day after this cancellation, Quando posts another clip to social media, wearing a mask and holding a rifle, saying that he is in Chicago and that he wants his ops to pull up, also saying that he's got no shows and to free Lil Tim.
Man, I'm down this bitch off the love. We in that rack right now. Pull up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't got no show. You get what I'm saying? Oh, got it.
Free baby boy.
In response to Quando claiming he's in Chicago, 600 Breezy would drop his address and invite Quando and his goons to pull up. From here, Quando would attempt to quash rumours that he had cancelled the show because he was scared to perform by getting his promoter on the phone and posting apparent footage that confirmed that the show was in fact cancelled by the promoter, not Quando.
Check this out. Listen, I got the promoter on the phone right now. This is the promoter from last night right here on the phone. All right, check this out, bet, bro. Please tell these folks I did not cancel no show, bet, bro.
Nah, man, Quando ain't canceled. Man, the police and the mayor came at the last minute. They came at 9 o'clock saying we couldn't do the show. Dog was here.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Look, this is him. Hold on, rewind it a little bit back so they can see his face on there and see it right here. Yeah, this is him. Y'all folks tripping, boy. On God, we been...
And we gonna reschedule that motherfucker coming soon.
Come on, man. Bet, bro. It's up. It's up, bet, bro. On God.
Get out here. We ain't canceling. Man, we out here.
I bet, bro. Appreciate it.
Now, some people were quick to suggest that this footage was fake due to it having a 2018 date in the corner. However, in Quando's defense, this could easily just be a security camera that hasn't been time synced, because the date is shown of the 1st of January 2018. But regardless, the pressure of having to prove himself on social media was no doubt tiring for Quando Rondo, and the following day, he would seemingly delete his Instagram. A little over a week later, on December the 7th, alleged DMs would circulate, claiming to show Quando pleading with Lil Durk to squash the beef and complaining that he can't do shows, with Lil Durk sending him the ominous reply, "Stay safe." However, Quando would later return to social media and go on to deny that these DMs were real. However, once again, the back and forth between Quando's 33rd Street soldiers and the O-Block affiliated goons from Chicago would intensify. A day after those supposed DMs leaked, on December the 8th, another close friend of Lil Durk and King Von from Chicago, Mimo600, would post a pic in front of a sign in Savannah, Georgia, showing the whole world that he was in Quando's home city looking for him, with Mimo later even going live at a Savannah gas station with a gun, claiming outright to be in Savannah looking for Quando and saying he has all of the killers with him, even doing an impression of Quando's earlier video at the gas station with all of his goons.
I'm in Savannah. On Waldo, we in Savannah, boy. We're in a M-Mart somewhere, gas station. Can't put our cars on Front Street, but goddamn it. You know, pull up at your own risk on Steve. You don't need all the killers on camera. Get out the camera. They know what the f going on. You don't need everybody on the camera. Everybody's face don't need to be on here. Y'all don't even need to see everybody else. No. Just know it's that, and just know they with me. Folks' name. We're in Savannah in the gas station. I'm gonna keep saying Savannah over Steve. Keep blowing y'all stupid ass.
They here on 6-0. What the f them at? I came out here to die today, cuz. I came to die today, cuz. I can't leave my daughter all type of.
Your bitch ass. All that whining ass. You and your daughter, man. LA, man.
I'm 6-0, cuz. What the f them at? I came out here to die, cuz. Like, what the f, cuz?
Cuz, open the door, cuz. Open the door. On Steve, my gun in here. Go fast, man.
So 6-0, cuz. This got my pipe in the car, cuz. What the f, cuz? Ah, we dead.
You fast.
On 6-0, cuz. Hey, y'all really coming, cuz? I came out here to die today, cuz. I came out here to die. That's what that nigga said. On 6-0, cuz. Alright, man, I can hear your goof ass. We finna go back to Frazier Projects. Meet us at Frazier. I'm finna go shoot another scene. Y'all think I'm bullshit? Give me we like 10 minutes away.
Ironically, at one point a car even pulls up playing music by NBA Youngboy, and you can tell for a moment that Mimo was flustered and thought that they were about to get shot up.
There's a black car pulling up. They banging some, what they listen to? On stage they listen to. Look at them. I thought those the on Lusty. Ah! Let's go, y'all better stop playing on this live. On 6-0 cars, he just put the rest to YB. I thought it was that.
Footage would later surface of Mimo dancing in a Savannah hood while filming a music video. This would lead to Savannah goons to go on live mocking Mimo for being out in the cold dancing and trying to avenge his dead homie, even going as far as to compare King Von to Lil Saint, the kid who got shot in the dance film You Got Served.
Mimo had a dance competition.
Mimo had a dance competition with Jack Frost. Who won? Because this cold is a bitch.
Who the f is gonna be out just on some shit like, yeah. Then it's cold.
I was doing it for Lil Saint in the cold.
Yeah, instead of the rain, your bitch ass out here in the cold, man. You did it for Lil Saint, man. He gonna shoot you in your bitch ass, man. Just the shaking your ass and taking the picture and your homeboy died for me.
Dead, man. You say you love dead, man. And y'all come all these miles, man, for you to fuck around and come and goddamn shake your ass like a fairy. This just came all the way from Chicago to dance, doing it for a couple of seconds and put that bitch on. Cousin, dying out there for shit like that now?
A day later, both 600 Breezy and Mimo 600 would claim to be spinning the block in Quando's hometown. A day after that, Lil Reese, the person who Quando was originally beefing with on Twitter in the months before Von's death, would comment on Quando's return to Instagram, pointing out that he had blocked him. Just over a week later, on December the 18th, Mimo 600 drops the video for his song Duck Yo Show, a diss song that he had filmed earlier that month in Savannah. And this song would provoke a strong response from Savannah's goons. 3 days later, one of Quando and Lil Tim's friends, Jump Out Gang Black, would drop a King Von diss song called King Tim's Story. This song would be a scathing diss track pointed at King Von, with the track essentially suggesting that since Lil Tim killed King Von, he should now be referred to as King Tim, as well as rapping that he's smoking on Von. Jump Out Gang Black would go on to shout out his native Savannah gang sets, OTM, Only the Mob, as well as acknowledging this $1 million bounty that had been placed on Quando's head, even ending the song by dissing King Von and switching the famous lyrics from King Von's Crazy Story, where he says he's not from 63rd, saying instead they are from 33rd. But beyond the lyrics, the music video would be packed with disrespect aimed towards Von too. The video starts with a Lil Tim quote saying that if somebody has to die, it's not going to be him. The video also showed Jump Out Gang Black burning an RIP Von t-shirt in the video, a shirt which ironically is printed in the same style as the RIP shirt for him in Huncho Reese's video. At this point, it's clear that Jump Out Gang and Quando's homies from 33rd have no intentions to put any respect on King Von's name. From here, Lil Pab would continue to disrespect King Von on Twitter, for example laughing at a retweet saying that King Von went out like a crash dummy and got himself killed by starting a fight. But King Von's people were continuing to send shots back. King Von's uncle, Range Rover Hang, even dropped a music video for his own Crazy Story remix called Story Continues, a song that was recorded shortly before Quando's cancelled concert in Macon, with Range Rover Hang seemingly suggesting that he would arrange a hit and have people there waiting to kill Lil Tim and Quando if they perform. But these threats would naturally attract a response, as on February the 12th, 2021, Quando Rondo drops the video for his new song Soul Reaper, a video which featured Lil Pab right by his side toting a gun, and in this video, Quando Rondo uses an actor with dyed blonde dreads who looks just like King Von's friend Lil Durk. And in the music video, Quando would seemingly depict this Lil Durk lookalike getting kidnapped and shot. Meanwhile, the song itself had lyrics that seemed to reference King Von, with Quando rapping that someone ran up on me and then we sprayed him, I'm talking lights out. And Quando referenced the fight taking place before the killing of King Von, saying that it doesn't matter who got beaten up, it's about who got killed, as well as warning Lil Durk for his earlier snippet dissing him, saying that when he catches them, they will see who's really savage. Later that month, Quando would take the disrespect to a whole new level, and it wouldn't just be Von and Durk in the crosshairs. Quando would go live on Instagram, rapping lyrics from his upcoming song Purple Baby, saying all I smoke is dead ops, and then falling to the floor like he's dying and saying King Von in here.
Hey. Hold on, one time. Okay. Okay. All I smoke. Okay. All I smoke. Let's go. All I smoke. Get him out of here! Get his ass out of here! Okay.
After this, Quando got in front of a piano and begun to sing the names of a number of dead people who he claimed to be smoking. Some of these names were known to the public, some of them I'd never heard before, but he would claim to be smoking Purple Baby, Mooka, Hemi, Baby C, Huncho Reese, and then ending the song when somebody in the background yells that they're smoking Von.
All I smoke is Purple Baby, 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 Purple Baby. Purple baby, purple baby, purple baby, we smoke Mukalati, 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 we smoke Hemi, 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 we smoke Baby C. Baby C, baby C, baby C, baby C, baby C, we smoke baby C, baby C, baby C, we smoke baby C, we smoke baby C, we smoke Reese Pack, Reese Pack, Reese Pack, Reese Pack, Reese Pack, we smoke Reese Pack, Reese Pack, Reese Pack, Reese Pack, Reese Pack, and we smoke. We can't even say the last little art we smoked because mama be telling on us.
It seemed at this point, having faced virtually no consequences personally for the killing of King Von, Quando Rondo was getting more and more confident insulting Von and Dirk in his music and capitalizing on the situation. However, all of this was going on whilst his main shooter and protector, the man who had taken Von's life to protect Quando in the first place, Lil Tim, was still behind bars. After being arrested the morning after the Von killing, Tim spent months locked up waiting for an update on his case. And during this period, Lil Tim would call him from jail, seemingly in good spirits, and asking to be sent money.
Problem child.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, I talked to my brother yesterday. He told me
You have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I'm about to call back, but he said, little bro, when you come home, this is not Ray, this is my other brother. He told me, you come home, little bro, tell them folks you want 100.
And while Lil Tim is locked up, Quando would post support for Tim online, saying that he would rather say free Tim than RIP, indicating that he's still facing legal consequences for the shooting of Von. As the months went by, pictures of Tim in jail would circulate online. A January 2021 image showed Lil Tim using a jail phone and smiling with his diamond grille shining. Eventually, Lil Tim would be released on bail, with Jump Out Gang Black and Lil Pab celebrating the release of their 33rd Street brother on Instagram and Twitter. Then, on March the 27th, 2021, Lil Tim's name would begin trending on Twitter as news of his release on bail spreads, with Quando even posting on Instagram, "God is home." Then later posting a clip of them celebrating by throwing a bunch of cash in the air. However, Tim and Quando's rivals would still be watching their every move, as Lil Durk and Mimo600 would like the picture along with NBA Youngboy's biggest enemy, Fredo Bang. However, this pressure didn't stop Tim from showing his face. Soon after the release, Tim would go live on Instagram, but not saying much. But as time goes by, he would get more and more confident and find subtle ways to disrespect his enemies. For example, the month before King Von was killed, in October 2020, King Von's ex-girlfriend Asian Doll would tweet publicly saying that she only dates killers with 3 bodies or more. Perhaps this was a reference to the fact that when she split up with Von, she allegedly spent time getting close to NBA Youngboy, who just like Von, has a reputation synonymous with killing. And since we all know that Asian Doll loves to date killers, after being released, Lil Tim would hop on social media and shoot his shot, saying openly, "Somebody tell Asian Doll I want her, "I heard she only likes killers." The following month, on April the 12th, 2021, Quando posts on Instagram that he has bought matching iced out Cartier watches for him and Tim. This is perhaps a reference to earlier lyrics and tweets where Quando raps that he will give a Rolex to anybody who kills an op, with Lil Tim tweeting back saying that he wants to find out if this is true. But anyway, despite all of the apparent disrespect coming out of 33rd Street, eventually Quando Rondo would break his silence about his involvement in the situation that claimed Von's life. In an extended interview with Angela Yee speaking on the situation, Quando would break down the events in a much more respectful tone than his earlier song, with Quando saying that before the fight broke out, he thought King Von's entourage were a group of regular people, and saying that he was just trying to let them walk past casually, being surprised when he was suddenly sucker punched by Von.
Like, I'm thinking it's some regular individuals. If I would have just tried to walk through them, next thing you know, it hit me.
Quando would say that the whole incident felt like an out-of-body experience.
Like, it's like I had an out-of-body experience.
Dirk would later troll these comments by Quando in his own interview where he told Ebro that he wanted his concert to be like an out-of-body experience.
It's gonna be like an out-of-body experience.
Quando would also claim that the moment that Von came over and started the fight, he felt like the devil was coming to get him.
Like, it's like the devil was coming to get me, like.
Quando would also reiterate that Lil Tim was his day one homie that would protect him from anything.
One thing about it, he gonna protect me with anything, which anybody should do.
Right.
He would also say that he prayed when those gunshots were going off.
Lord, please let me make it home. It's like everything went back normal. I look up and I see my partner on the ground. You feel me? Shot up.
And Quando was adamant that he didn't even know that it was King Von he'd been fighting with until the next day.
This is on neighborhood crip, man. I did not know that was him till the next day. I'm like, I don't want to say, because I know dude just dropped the tape. Like, was they trying to do something to me? Like, just boost him up or like, what? I don't know.
You just don't know where. You just don't know where it came from. You have no idea.
Despite this attempt at a diplomatic interview, it would seem that the damage had already been done. Having spent months mocking King Von after his death and making light of a supposed $1 million bounty on his head, Quando Rondo would remain in danger. And from here, he would have to defend himself against a wave of attempts on his life, as those people who loved King Von would seemingly be on the hunt, state to state, with just one objective in mind: slide for Von. If you found that clip interesting, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to watch the full-length version of this video, check out the documentary on my main channel, Trap Law Ross. And if you want the uncut version of that documentary, then head on over to patreon.com/traplawross, where you can watch all of my best videos completely uncut for just $2. And if you want to keep in touch and get updates on the next documentaries that I'm going to be dropping, make sure you follow me on Instagram at traplawross. Appreciate it. Peace.